The best times to sell pigs. Hey everyone, this is Gil Surfer Gary with Dreaming Getting Life, where I vlog about pretty much anything. That's my little baby niece, Abby. This is a reaction to one of the subs or commenters. I think his name is I think it's Lance, and about the shortcomings about running a piggery business as well as any other business. It's pretty general with any business. You're gonna come up with some, you're gonna have risks. It just depends how much risk you want to take to leverage. You're wanting to get the biggest rewards for the risk that you take. Now, don't mind me drinking my 1.5. This is like literally bigger than my head, and my head's big. So, concerning the piggery, shortcomings I've had with the piggery is overspending, as in like equipment and things like that. Because you have to realize a pig's just gonna eat. You don't need to put out, like, I mean, for me, this is just for me. I mean, the sun's in my thing right here. You don't need to put out stainless steel guards. You don't need to do it. Everything can be done back home in the Philippines. Like sometimes when it comes to standards as what America is or the westernized cultures are used to, you don't technically need to get it done because you can be very minimal. Because you'll see people with like, now this is not commercial grade, commercial operations, right? This is not to the point where you're supporting a particular town or a city with your meats. This is I'm talking about backyard, small scale to medium scale piggeries. I started off with the Kawayan or the bamboo guard, so it wasn't really nothing. Cause why? I do prefer cement floor, because I just don't want them to be rolling around and slop, because pigs will crap and lay where they stay. So I didn't want that. So I needed something that can be washed away right away. Other shortcomings are knowing when to release those pigs. You have to know, every market is different, right? But generally speaking, in the Philippines, you have to know when the trends go up and the trends go down, because if you have an X amount of pigs, you're gonna have a lot of surplus. You're going to lose money, because if nobody's buying at that time, the demand is not there, you're gonna be losing money. Because why? You still gotta feed these pigs. Sometimes you're gonna eat that loss because you have to get rid of them, because these pigs are gonna be consuming more and more. The best times, from what I've done historically on my end, the best times to sell pigs, that the high season is three things that I've noticed. It's going to be graduations, fiesta times, and Christmas time. That's your like high season. There's always a fiesta in the Philippines. There's no day there's no fiesta. In your town, know the fiesta times of that town. The biggest fiestas, the town fiestas or the barangay fiestas. If it's a big barangay, you're gonna have a lot, as well as Christmas. Those are your top seasons that you need to really hone into and really hone in your program to push it through and then have some good sales. Graduation time. Graduation's about the end of March, beginning of April. That's when you want to release those pigs. So you're holding that pig for 4 months. If it's like a fattening pig, 4 to 6 months fattening pig. Lechon is like a 50-50. Lechon you can do on birthdays, sweet six debos, like 18-year-olds and stuff like that. Company parties. That's kind of ever evolving, because the lechon market is still there. But lechon markets will peak. You don't want to hold too much stock when it's around registration for school, beginning of school. Pork, cow, chickens. The chickens are pretty much they say at a flat rate, but especially pork. Cow, beef sometimes stays at a particular rate because it's not anyone can purchase it, but they opt out to purchase pork more often. But generally speaking, pork becomes super affordable around registration for school, because that's around June, because they want to release everything. Because why? The Filipinos who live day to day, they want whatever assets they have, as in cow, pigs, chickens. They want to sell that to finance all the requirements for their kids going to school. That's not including like the book bags, the school gear, and that's not. I'm talking about getting stuff at the statistics office, the birth certificates, all the clearances, this and that. They will use that pig to release. But me, that I breed and I sell pigs, I don't hold that much around that time because I know I'm not gonna make that much money, because the price will drop to the point where a piglet towards high season will sell for between 15 to 2,000 pesos. A piglet in the down season, people be like, I'll give you 800 pesos for it, and that's like struggling sometimes, because you know you can that. But then again, on that down market, that's when you want to purchase those pigs, because to get it ready for the next turn, which is hopefully like. But mind you, there's going to be a lot of competition. At the same time, that competition is going to stay firm at a particular rate, right? So live weight still at like 110, 105 sometimes, maybe 115. Slaughtered weight, carcass weight, you're going to do a 180 per kilo. I think 180 to 230 right now. But those prices drastically drop on the down times, right? You can get something for like 195 pesos sometimes per kilo alive, because they need to get rid of that money or get rid of that pig. For you guys who like to invest, that's something for you to consider, to buy out these pigs around those times, because you know the people are in need. If you have morals and values that you don't want to rip people off, or you don't want to haggle to the point where you're, you know, whatever, but that's on you. I have had my program for many years now, so I just breed within my my program. I don't mind spending a lot of money for a proper boar that I want a proper male I want to turn into a boar, or a proper female that I want to turn into a sow. So I don't mind spending that, because I'm focused on like basically pedigree, quality, and then the breeding. That's why I have a lot of return customers. That's something that you can follow as well if you want to. If you're there for the pure money, stock and go, then you need to buy those pigs at a low rate. Maybe it's in the market, maybe not at the auction house, because those people they're gonna get you. This is what some tactics that some of my friends do. They will wait before the auction house, especially referring to Dumaguete or Malatapay, in Zamboanguita. They will wait before the gate of the auction house, offer somebody. And you know, I don't know how they vet everything, but the guy walks around with a pig, goat, cow. Hey, before you put it in the auction, how much do you want for it? And then they haggle from there, and they walk away with it if they can strike a deal. Cattle, you just leave it out. You graze them, and then you can feed them the copra meal, which is like a derivative of the coconuts. Generally speaking, goats are grass-fed, and then you feed them a little bit of that copra meal as well. Other than that, there's really I mean, you can make a lot of profit, but you have to understand, in order to make a particular profit, you have to invest that money. So like, at one point, Ruby and I this is one reason why we transferred over to piglet production. We had like 25 or 30 pigs for fattening. So that in that program, within my budget, it's a lot of money. I think we're spending like I think in total we spent like over 100,000 for the investment, and then I think we sold it for like 120 to 140K. So I made 20 to 40,000 pesos in profit, because we were investing in other things at that point in time. It was a little tight in my pocket, so you know. But then again, if you have disposable income, if you have an extra $500 a month that you can just, you know, not care about, then that's an option for you. I mean, that's all on you.